Well, hello there. I am hoping you are great. So, why is it important to fast as a Christian? See, we exist in a Trinity form. There is the spirit, and for a reason, I'm putting it on the right side. Then there is the body or the flesh on the left side. And then in between is the soul or the mind. Now, which side you lean onto comes from a conscious decision of the soul, the mind. So you look at it like a number line. There's the positive side and the negative side. So as a consciousness, your mind, your soul, you get to have the opportunity to choose where you want to lean onto as an entity in entirety. So if you want to lean a lot more onto the spiritual side, you want to become more spiritual, you'll be going towards the positive side. And then if you want to go a lot more on the left side towards your body, your flesh, to satisfy your fleshly desires, what your body yearns for, you go towards the negative. So it's like a number line. But now there is a constant battle. It's a tug of war. You find that you make 5 steps towards the positive, towards the being spiritual, and then along the way you fall back 2 steps. And then so it's a tug of war, it's a constant battle. And then there are some people who are already on the negative side. They are a lot more on the side of pleasing the flesh, the body. So when they go like 5 steps towards the flesh, towards the negative, then they become a little bit spiritual, so they come back 2 steps, but then again they fall back into the trap and move 10 steps on the negative. So it's like a number line. Here's where fasting comes into play. When you fast, you increase your spirituality, your sensitivity, and your ability to discern what God wants to do through you and for his people through you. So the more you fast as a Christian, the more you prepare your spirit for God's voice, his soft and tender voice. You'll be able to hear his voice a lot more easier when you're on the right side, the positive side of the number line. And that decision comes from the soul. You choose to say, let me increase my spirituality. But remember, being on the spiritual side can also mean that you are going in the wrong direction. You can be spiritual, but you're spiritual with demonic entities. You're spiritual with native doctors. You're spiritual with the wrong spiritual forces or entities. And that will still reflect in your flesh, in your body, in your behavior, in what you do. So being spiritual may also mean you have to know the direction of which you're going. Are you inclined towards the creator of your spirit, creator of your soul, or you are inclining towards other spiritual entities? So that's why it's important to fast. Now, most people wonder why. Sometimes you'd say, I fasted for this, but how come I'm not seeing results? Say, for example, you fasted for a car. The spiritual realm works with legality. Fasting is a selfless act. Okay? What do I mean by selfless? You are denying the flesh. You are rejecting the flesh and its desires. You are telling your flesh to say you are not going to eat because you have to focus on what the creator of your Trinity wants you to do. You are not going to engage in such conversations. You are going to reject everything that the flesh wants. So you are being selfless. But sometimes fasting for something doesn't work because you can't, like I said, the spiritual works with legality. You cannot use a selfless means to get a selfish consequence or to get a selfish return or a selfish end. If you are going to fast for something, always ask yourself the why behind the why you're fasting. You want to fast for financial breakthrough. Why do you want financial breakthrough? you want to fast for a Benz so that you can have a vehicle, or a Range Rover. Why do you want the Range Rover? If it's finding that it's going to be for a selfish reason, most likely it's not going to work. God likes selfless people. And the more you fast for reasons that are selfless, the more you're going to receive that which God wants to use you for, and you'll be able to hear Him. So understand that fasting is very important for a Christian because it improves our ability to discern and to be on the positive side of the number line. And then also, before you fast, you have to ask the why behind the why you're fasting. Why is it that you're fasting? And when you find the why behind the why you're fasting, if it's for a selfish reason, then most likely it's not going to work. It has to be for a selfless reason, because the spiritual dimension works with legalities. It works with laws. I hope this message blesses you. May you have a blessed Sunday, and God bless you.